What's going on, friends and family? I'm Terrence Manning. This is My Thoughts Uncut. Today, I wanted to go back where I used to live, where I was born, New York City, the Bronx. Since I've left the Bronx many years ago, things have gotten worse. And I wanted to highlight things that are going on there that I think is crazy. I don't think that the mayors and governors of New York City are doing their job quite the way they should. There's way too many things, violent things going on in New York, and I wanted to bring it up to light. Let's take a look at some of the things that I've come across on YouTube and other social media networks.
We're going to begin with new details in that vicious and deadly attack in downtown Brooklyn subway station. Late this afternoon, police identified the suspect as 25-year-old David Mazariegos. Police say he punched, kicked, stomped on his victim, and even admitted to detectives he did it because he did not like the way the victim looked at him.
Police say he has
This evil man attacked someone because he didn't like the way he looked at him. This is New York, and it's sad to see that this city has turned into a violent, like super violent area where people can't even ride the subway station to go to work or get to wherever they're going. You can't look at someone without being attacked.
17 prior arrests for several crimes, including assault, and the NYPD is crediting a relatively new surveillance system that helped officers track him down in Times Square last night.
Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cramore live in downtown Brooklyn with much more on this story. Crystal.
Yeah, it's just a really tragic and disturbing story. We know from police that surveillance video actually captured the suspect pulling on the exit gate down in the subway, trying to enter the subway. And at the same time, the victim was actually going through the gate. At some point, the two exchanged words before that violent outburst. Now, at this point behind me, you can see where the community has come together and put candles here in honor of the victim. Police say 25-year-old David Mazariegos is the man behind a deadly attack at the J Street Metrotech subway station in downtown Brooklyn, where candles burned today in memory of the victim.
He says good morning. He was a really nice guy.
Authorities say Mazariegos punched and kicked the unidentified victim in the head more than a dozen times near these turnstiles. It happened around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
And that's another thing. Did anyone see this? Anyone try to stop him? Ah, man, this is crazy. Like I'm pretty sure this is not the first time he's done something like this. It can't be. For him to brutally attack this guy, it can't be the first time. It's never the first time. Might have been in jail before, might not. Maybe he got lucky and never got caught. But I guarantee you he's done this before. You don't wake up one day, decide to go on the train station and just brutally attack someone because they looked at you the wrong way.
The victim was rushed to the hospital with a fractured skull, but doctors could not save him.
He was a security guard. He worked in the area. I seen him a lot of times walking around.
Police nabbed the suspect in Times Square last night.
He looks crazy. Look at him. Looks crazy.
Since allegedly admitted to detectives he killed the victim because he did not like the way he looked at him.
There are a lot of mentally unstable people that exist around us, and that's unfortunate. But
no, we're not going to give that excuse that they're mentally unstable. They're evil people. He knew what he was doing. He's not mentally unstable. He's evil. That's what it is.
you never really know.
It's sad because normally J Street is usually cop oriented. There's usually somebody around.
Police say when they tracked Mazariegos down 42nd and Broadway, he had a sword. He has 17 prior arrests, including for an assault earlier this year.
Did she say 17?
A sword. He has 17 prior arrests, including for an assault earlier this year. In a post on X, Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch.
How do you How do you have 17 prior arrests? 17 prior arrests, and you just continuously let him go and not keep him in jail? I don't understand our justice system. 17 times this man's been arrested. He is what you can call a lifetime criminal. This is his career. He's a career criminal. 17 times. He don't need to be out with society. He needs to just stay in jail or prison.
Credited the swift arrest to new technology that sent out an emergency alert to officers' cell phones with a picture and description. Those who knew the victim are thinking of his family.
I feel sad for the family. I give them my deepest sympathy.
Now, the suspect is expected to be in court today for weapons charges connected to his arrest yesterday. Murder charges are pending. Now, according to officials, this is the fourth homicide in the subway so far this year, down from 8 this time last year. In downtown Brooklyn, Crystal.
All right, I wanted to show you guys something else that happened in New York City, and it's probably worse than we just saw.
Today, the Bronx DA announcing the indictments of 10 individuals for a series of retaliatory shootings around Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, the shootings left 3 people dead and 7 others injured. John Muller joins us live from the Bronx with more on this. John.
10 victims, 3 dead, 7 others injured. This is crazy. What has New York become? I'm never going back.
Yeah, guys, we now know for sure that those 2 mass shootings that rocked the Bronx around Labor Day weekend, they were in fact retaliation shootings, and they were in fact gang related. 10 people have now been indicted. They're in custody, and a cache of weapons off the street.
So many people were wounded and forever traumatized when more than 70 bullets flew.
Bronx District Attorney
70 bullets was fired. That is a ton of bullets. I'm surprised innocent bystanders didn't get hit.
Attorney Darcel Clark talking about the bullets, bloodshed, and lives lost in the closing days of summer from gang-related violence in the Bronx. The first mass shooting happened in Haffen Park on August 23rd during a basketball tournament. A 30-year-old and 17-year-old fatally shot. 3 others wounded.
You can't even play basketball outside no more. Like, you're gonna have to get a gym membership and go hoop. You can't even play basketball no more. I remember growing up, that's all I did when I was young. Outside with my friends playing basketball, playing football. And we didn't have this go on. No, I was younger, elementary school. We didn't have these gang violence and shootings like this. Yeah, it was drugs and all that other stuff, but it wasn't as bad as this. This has escalated since I've left.
11 different guns were used, displayed by police. 3 suspects under arrest. The second mass shooting just 8 days later was a retaliation, according to police. 13 shots fired on Allerton Avenue, a 24-year-old killed and 4 others wounded. Police pursuing the suspects who fled in a car before they crashed into another car nearby. 5 guns recovered from that shooting and 5 suspects under arrest.
We are holding the perpetrators accountable to bring justice to their 11 victims, their families, friends, and neighbors.
Investigators call the shootings loosely based on gang activity because they did not center on turf wars, but instead drill rap videos and disrespect.
A lot has to do, believe it or not, with drill rap, and they basically disrespect each other based on where they live, what development they live on, or what block they live on, or in this case, what park they hang out in.
The violence caused so much pain and hardship for the families of the lost and injured. Of the 10 people charged, police say 3 are minors. Charges range from murder, attempted murder, and weapons possession. All right, an interesting side note to this. As the bad guys in the second mass shooting were fleeing police in a car, they crashed into another car driven by an 18-year-old. Well, somehow one of their ammunition magazines tumbled out of the car and into the 18-year-old who just happened to be hit by these guys. Police were initially investigating this 18-year-old potentially for weapons violations, but they say those charges have gone away and that those ammunition clips belonged, in fact, to the suspects who are under arrest. 10 of them right now facing very serious charges tonight. In the concourse section of the Bronx, I'm John Muller. Back to you.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. You got these kids that are some in a gang, but they said mostly they are making diss records, basically diss records, and they don't like what the other squad or gang, whatever you want to call them, group are saying. But then why make a diss track? Just not only are you making diss tracks, but you're putting it out online. You're rapping about what you're really doing. So stupid. We need more cops in New York City. We need Trump to go and have troops and more federal law enforcement officers in New York City to stop what's going on, because a lot of innocent lives are going to be lost if nothing gets done. And we got this Mayor Mandani that's he's trying to become the mayor, and it's only going to get worse if he's elected. So I hope things change in New York. I'm going to be watching as much as I can about all these other crimes and everything in New York so I can put it to light and hopefully make a change. Thank you for watching, family and friends. Stay tuned to my next video. Peace.